Needless to say, UT lovers have been binge-watching Uncle Pluto's lovely doll narrative time.
Don't text my phone. Don't text. Excuse me? Stop fucking. Listen, at the end of the day, I promise you, on my life, on everything in my life. All you had to do was shut the fuck up. All you had to do, you keep on it would be over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're gonna I promise you, because I'm gonna teach you. I promise I'm going to teach you, bitch. You don't know me, but you just eat my ass from the back.
Since there have been many changes, let's start by reviewing what's been happening with Stunning Doll. As it turns out, the future has been more than just competing with Gorgeous Doll. There are rumors that Boone is still supporting Russell Wilson and Ciara. He already has enough to handle. What with another baby on the way?
We're back on Twitter? Are we back subtweeting? We haven't learned. I will never learn. But you, sir, you're just old and stubborn. Then you said album's gonna be fire. Yeah, we know. Thanks to me, duh. Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you. I'm not gonna say that I revived anything because, like I said, I'll give you the credit. You're a great rapper. But let's not pretend that I'm not the muse. Let's not do that.
Beautiful Doll therefore declared a few days ago on social media that she had been dating Future for 5 years. She claimed that she had first met Future at a strip club and that she had eventually realized he was the man of everyone's dreams. Are we going to have the same future as you, sweetheart? In any case, the Stunning Doll said Future texted her and issued a gag order, purportedly confessing to his wrongdoings. She also said she had never signed an NDA, threatened to sue him, and begged him to stop pestering her.
Now, he's threatening to have my patient. So, go follow my other page. But it's like, at the end of the day, I would take this off TikTok and we would go to Instagram with it, okay? I would go to Twitter with it. I would go to ever social. Listen, babe. Who are you playing with?
So you're going to lose, Gorgeous Doll said, referring to the supposed non-existent NDA and a potential lawsuit. I'll win the war, but you might win a couple of battles. You think that because I affected your songs over the last few years, I won't pursue you, but I won't come for that entire collection. She added that Future invited her to a Christmas party where she saw him with model and rapper Dior, whom he dated from 2020 to 2021, and that is how he gave her Aries P watch entirely. After learning that she had dated someone else, he later denigrated her in a song. Future allegedly threatened to remove Gorgeous Doll's TikTok account, preventing her from sharing her purported background. In a hotel room, she also said she witnessed Future having sex with other women. After a few days, Gorgeous Doll was on the phone trying to report Future, whom she said had been seeing her.
Miami Police, how can I help you?
Yes, I need an officer to pull up to submit a report against her, please.
What's the address? Okay, so, and what's going on, ma'am?
So, pretty much, I have an ex who is harassing, and he literally is harassing on social media. My lawyer told me to call the police to document it, just because we're going to be in a lawsuit as well from all the situation.
So when did this happen?
It's been happening the past 3 days.
The past 2 days have been crazy with these two. The charges were even addressed by Future in a series of since-deleted tweets. Future said, I don't know where this fake ex energy is coming from. I live a private life. Anything else is clickbait, after initially referring to their online dispute as Dulu and Nessie. Fire. His next album was also alluded to which Gorgeous Doll responded, you know what? Because she was the muse, Fire was present. Obviously, this is not going to end anytime soon, and when the beautiful doll hinted that Future might be having another child, I got really upset. What are you getting at? Is he expecting a second child? But gentlemen, we have a much more serious issue. Others claim that Future is reverting to this sporadic behavior and that he is still tricking Ciara. According to reports, Ciara has had enough of him being me. Wants him to put her and her husband Russell out of his mind. If this is accurate, Future is truly multitasking, which must be draining for Ciara. When I mention that, he sometimes comes to see her and her spouse. Post-love, God told me something else. Future mockingly said when questioned about Russell and Ciara's choice to wait until marriage. I can guarantee you, though, that he didn't advise me to wait. In between our prayers, he said a few additional things. In fact, things became so bad that Ciara filed a lawsuit against Future in 2016 after he allegedly made fun of her parenting skills and her relationship with Russell to get more recognition for his music. In a radio interview, Future mentioned a photo of Russell pushing Future in his stroller, and she even called him out on it.
Of course, I wouldn't want somebody to push my son. Like, that's the number one rule. Like,
I agree.
if I was a kid and my mama had a dude pushing me, I would have jumped out the stroller and slapped his
I agree. I felt the
You
same
never
way.
do that in our community.
No.
You don't even bring a man around your son. You don't even know this dude is sitting for a few months and you bring him around your kid. Who does that?
But
Nobody does that.
As a man, he shouldn't do that. He should be like, nah, I'm not doing that.
But, you know, he probably
Wait,
didn't
now
know that
hold
she
on.
set him up. You got nannies, you got assistants around you. Anybody could have pushed a stroller. You let them people catch that photo
Picture.
because you know what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm not for the publicity stunt.
Ciara described several additional interviews in which Future had insulted her and Russell before pointing to a Twitter diatribe in which he claimed to have control difficulties and needed legal help to see his baby. She went out of her way to make sure Future visited their son, according to Ciara, who claims that between December 2014 and the time she filed the complaint, they had at least 19 visitations, some lasting several days. She also brought up Future's threats against Russell in 2016, including the previously released football emojis with guns pointing in their way. In Juice, she also mentioned Future's line, "What's up with you, dog? Trying to F my baby mama? I will feel that heat from you. I'll be right up on you." The lawsuit didn't completely alter Future's conduct, though, as in 2019 he criticized Russell on Apple Music's Beats 1-4. The song Turn Your Click Up, featuring Future, which Quo released in July 2023, clarified it that he still harbored resentment toward his son's stepfather. So much so that he wrapped a Goyard bag tote and declared, "I've got it out of the field F." Instead of acting like a man again, he was doing exactly what Ciara had told him to do. The problem, Russell, is that Future maintains that he started having problems when Ciara and Russell reportedly started keeping baby Future away from him. He adds, became displeased with Russell for supposedly boasting about his skills as an excellent stepfather. In fact, Russell has often discussed how much he loves being Little Future's stepfather. One such instance was when Little Future was about 2 years old. In her video series Architects for Change, Maria Shriver declared that Russell is a proud stepfather to baby Future.
I've really found that out over the past year or so because, you know, when I see this kid, he's only 2 years old, the most special kid. You know, he's so sweet, so loving, always has a smile on his face, always joking around, always running around the house, you know. And the important part about loving somebody and loving, especially as a man, being a stepfather in a situation where it's a little bit different, you know, for sure. But ultimately, it's about loving the child because the child has the opportunity to do something amazing.
In addition, Russell shared his insights on love as a step-parent and advice for blended family parents in a 2019 interview with BuzzFeed. The thing that I've learned the most, and I believe this to be true, is that being a stepdad and then having our young daughter as a stepdad is not easy, he said. You genuinely learn what it is to be loved. I find it fascinating. Being in love with someone who is your blood family and all is easy. But true love is when you can love them as if they were your child, and everything else is secondary. Russell also talked a lot about Little Future last year. It's been reported that when Russell talked about how much he liked being a bonus dad to his son in an interview, Future almost broke down.
Little Future was 9 months at the time, whatever, and he crawls in my lap, and it was like, you know, this is going to be my responsibility. God, I remember leaving that night, and God saying, God saying to me, raising this child, it's going to be your responsibility. And realizing, I prayed to God, are you sure this is what you want me to do? Say, son, this is for you.
The first night?
Yeah, the first night.
He also discussed his relationship with Ciara, how he fell in love with her, and the traits he was seeking in a woman in the same interview. His partner had to be a devout woman, faithful to her partner and to herself, have a distinct personality, and be able to love passionately and unreservedly. These were non-negotiables. Finally, a woman whose presence had a multitude of effects on those around her, Future was reportedly incensed after Russell's interview in which he boasted about being a wonderful stepfather to Future's son. He reportedly asked Russell to stop talking about his son because he still thought Ciara was complicit and Russell was using him as an accessory. Future also talked about how his mother loved his father while he lay dying. Despite this, Russell has been very loving with little Future recently. For instance, on his most recent birthday, he posted photos of himself along with the caption, "Happy birthday, Future Big 10. You are our best child and our greatest blessing, and for that we are grateful and happy. You are a gentle and compassionate baller, big brother. We appreciate watching you grow into the younger man. I can't believe 10 years have gone by. You were created by God. We shall always love you, God, since you are good." Russell regularly posts images of Lil Future on Instagram, even ones from quite recently, as you can see if you check out his account. Though Ciara and Russell are also out there living, they won't provide Future any energy, which appears to be the root of his problem with the lovely doll. Writing, "This is my mating call." Russell made fun of the idea of having another child. "I see you keep sipping on that at Tenterum. Single will be on the way." Ciara wrote on Instagram following the posting of a video of herself dancing in a blue feathered costume at Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival Festival. Pretending that Future's antics wouldn't have an impact on them, they were even flirting on social media. Future's occasional interference in their lives is probably over, but I don't see him stopping either. Please let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. Is it possible that Future desires Ciara's return because he clearly doesn't devote the same amount of energy to his other child, N?